Have you seen this? Or been there at least once? What about this? Well, they may not be as famous as this one. Yes, you now know what country is we are talking about. Did someone say Singapore? Yes, that's exactly correct. Now let's put up this talk about Singapore. Look at the following image. Yes, you might have been familiar with it, or you even have one. What about this song? I believe you have listened to this hundreds of times. Yes, this song is of South Korean. Then, why do we need to look at them? What's the connection? Before answering these questions, let's see for a while what these countries are looking like recently. Singapore is the highest ranked Southeast Asian country in literacy. It's now one of the most developed countries in the world. It is in the top 2 richest countries in Asia. Meanwhile, South Korea is well known for its rapid development of technology. As you saw, Samsung is everywhere and is now one of the world's leading tech companies. Not only for the technology, it's also very famous for the entertainment industry. You might know K-pop's Blackpink and BTS, or Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo. Closely related to the industry, plastic surgery is another type of technology that South Korea is advanced in. Interested in having a plastic surgery? It's not exaggerating to call Singapore and South Korea developed countries. Those facts prove. However, to better understand how far they have developed, it's good to see who they were and what they looked like years ago. Now look at the map. See, Singapore is very small. It's not even bigger than Bali, and it doesn't even have natural resources. Dated back years ago, it was part of Malaysia and colonized by the British Empire. 70% of the people were poor, and 1/3 of the whole people lived in slum areas. Even worse, it had no access to clean water. Then, now let's take a look at Korea years ago. Despite its small size, it was colonized by Japan Empire. Alright, then have you got the answer why we're looking at these countries? Yes, they are a good model of Asian countries who have developed very rapidly, and their development is a result of their hard work in creating their future generations through education that is mainly empowered by literacy as their main support to their development. Now, let's take a closer look to what they do with the literacy. They have literacy programs in all schools. As a result, people read everywhere, in cafes, schools, city buses, malls, and even libraries. This literacy culture is supported by their governments. They have great libraries that hold thousands of books. Some of the most famous libraries are here. Now let's go back home. Look at this. These kids live in rural areas and have very limited access to high-quality books. Then, now look at you. You live in a big city and have a very wide access to books. Do you want to make our country as developed as Singapore and South Korea? Then we should learn from them and from the country kids. Reading is the only answer. Will you start it now?